Welcome in, everyone. Tonight's video, we're going to go over a Discord trade idea from Stock Hub. We had a Google trade idea today that ran for over 35%. I'm going to kind of touch on the flow, touch on how I came up with the entry, and go over the trade. So let's start out here. And for those in Discord, obviously, I always put out an evening watch list with the same idea. So we had two ideas. Yesterday we had AMD and Google. Obviously, AMD gap down today, and we didn't trigger. So I'm going to kind of go over the flow here first for Google. So, and again, I'm not always looking for these option contracts to print and make money. I'm looking at an overall sentiment on a specific stock. So looking at Google here, obviously you can see we had a lot of puts here on Friday. So we had kind of a little one out of the money here. Pretty good size, good premium. Multi-leg trade here. This was in the money. So that one stuck out there. Flow alert here on the 322 136 puts. So good premium there, good size. And again, another flow alert here on the 315 135 calls. So decent premium there. So that's kind of how I got the sentiment. Okay, people might be bearish on Google. And this is the morning here today. So pretty much kept the entry about the same, a little off. So 138.73 was the night entry, and then just a little adjustment down here. So, and again, I'll always kind of put in notes here. So it's always weekly contracts, and put in a note about AMD. Obviously, we had a pretty big gap down. So touching in kind of here too, obviously Google triggered, very quick trigger there. So, and again, I said no re-entries. So I will go over the trade idea now here. So looking at Google, so obviously 138, I'm going to delete that alert there. 138.63 was when we triggered here at where are we, 834. So, and again, entry was 138.63. So really nice trade because we triggered 138.64 here. 138.64. So I mean, pretty much to the penny here. You can't get a better entry than this. And again, for those that are newer, I do trade on the 1 minute chart, so keep that in mind. So we did trigger here at 834. So this was a nice trade. And for those in Discord, I didn't get to do a trade recap video, but on Amazon, we kind of had a quick little pump on Friday for quick profits. This is what I like to have. I mean, you have enough time here to size out properly, adjust stops up. So let's look at the trade here. So again, trigger here at 834, and we made almost a dollar move down. And looking at this from a percent view, this is almost, I mean, this is a minus 0.84% drop in less than 3 minutes. That's a significant drop on weekly contracts. So we're going to go over the contract as well too. So looking here, obviously, quick drop, and you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes to get back out, which should be plenty of time to size out properly and secure profits, especially on a big drop like this. And even if you, let's just say you left the computer for 2 minutes, you came back down here and obviously could have secured some more profits there too. But again, coming back to Discord here, the idea was no re-entries. So, and that was after that first one. And the idea of no re-entries paid off well because we came up and we were up all day. So, idea there was smart to cut, obviously. Looking hindsight, that's a good idea we cut. Sometimes it's not a good idea, and we could have rejected and dropped $6 for all we know. But being strategic, obviously, with CPI tomorrow on 312, kind of didn't know how the market was going to react. We could see people putting risk on, etc. So, but we had a big drop there, almost a 1% drop. So looking at the contracts, and we had the 136s, and I have it marked off already where the entry was. So And again, you can see these are the weeklies. And looking at 834, here is your contract. Here you could have got in about 90, and you had plenty of time here. Come in at 90. We topped out at 123. So that's 36% there. That's a nice quick return. And even if you didn't hit the top, this is why I always say adjust your stops up. You have time to size out properly. So, I mean, you could have got out here and you see when Google was coming back up, get out about 113, 110. My stop hit about 108. So I was out in this area. Um, and obviously, if you wouldn't have got out there, you could have still got out on that second drop for a little over one, still 10%, but idea was to get out here in the nice big drop. So looking at that, and then kind of touching on how I found this entry a little bit. Won't dig super deep into that because it varies day to day. So coming back, I'm going to switch it over to the 5 minute to make it a little easier. So this was Friday, obviously. Heavy selling pressure there. Coming back here, the 5 minute as well. Good selling pressure there. Could be some resistance there. Good pressure there. And I'm doing this on the 1 minute chart typically, so you're kind of not seeing the exact precise entries. Some resistance there. And coming back, let me bump it out to the 15. So obviously you can see resistance, resistance. And I'm essentially looking for sellers. That's what I'm looking for. Where is a good spot where people would dump or buy? So resistance, good resistance. Nice spot where droppage happened. Dropping happened there, dropping happened there. Some dropping in there as well, and you see that better if you dug in on the 1 minute or 5 minute chart. So just kind of that's how I like to find my entries. I'm looking for little intraday quick scalps. So, and obviously 36% is a really good trade. I aim for 20%. I like that 2-to-1 risk reward ratio. So, but that's a trade recap for Google for 3/11/2024. And if you're interested in joining the Discord, it's $19 a month. We have flow alerts, swing trades, day trades, economic breakdowns, earning breakdowns, and a lot more. It's beginner friendly. And if you're interested in trying unusual whales as well, I will leave a discount code in the bio as well. Save 5% on a discount. Otherwise, that's all I got. Have a great night, everyone.